Have you ever cleaned your glasses, only to realize they weren't dirty? You blink, you squint, you lean forward then back, but the words on the page still blur like smoke in the wind. You tell yourself it's just age, that fading vision is normal. But what if that's not the full truth? What if your eyes weren't failing you? What if they were starving? Every year, millions of seniors are quietly handed stronger prescriptions without ever being told their vision. Decline may be preventable, even reversible. The hidden cause. It's not just your eyes, it's your brain, your blood flow, your daily habits. And the right ones could help rebuild clarity without glasses surgery or false hope. If you're over 60 and still believe in healing, subscribe now. This just might change your life. Because today we're counting down the 8 things you can start doing right now to protect and possibly restore your vision naturally. In 2018, the American Academy of Ophthalmology published a finding that should have made global headlines. Over 80% of age-related vision loss is preventable. Let that sink in. The majority of people over 55 don't need to lose their eyesight. They're just missing the right support. The eyes are not standalone organs. They're extensions of the brain fueled by blood, powered by oxygen, and protected by micronutrients. But here's what they won't tell you at the glasses store. If your metabolism is sluggish, if your circulation is weak, if your nerves are inflamed, your vision will suffer, no matter how clean your glasses are. So, now let's get to the core. What exactly should you be doing every single day to reclaim your eyesight? Let's begin the countdown. 8. The 20-20-20 reset. Give your eyes the break they desperately need. Imagine this. You're staring at your screen reading the news or checking family photos. An hour passes, then 2, but your eyes, they haven't moved and they haven't breathed. Here's the truth: your eyes were never designed for marathon staring contests. Yet most seniors spend more time indoors on screens or reading, especially post-retirement. And that silent habit is draining your eye muscles like holding a dumbbell without rest. This is where the 20-20-20 rule comes in. It's not just advice, it's science-backed eye therapy. A study in ophthalmic and physiological optics found that visual fatigue from digital screens can be significantly reduced by just one habit. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. It's not magic, it's muscle relief. Why does this work? Because focusing on something close for too long keeps your ciliary muscle, the tiny circular muscle that controls your lens, shape in a state of contraction. Over time, this leads to eye strain, blurred vision, and faster decline in focal flexibility. Think of it like a clenched fist that never relaxes. And that's not all. Long periods of near focus reduce blinking, leading to dry eyes, irritation, and even corneal microdamage. But when you look away even briefly, you allow the eyes to breathe, refocus, and reoxygenate. Here's how to make it a habit. Set a timer for every 20 minutes when reading or using a screen. When it rings, look out the window. Focus on a tree, a roof, or the horizon. Let your eyes relax into the distance. Bonus: while looking away, blink slowly 10 times. This lubricates the cornea and spreads nutrients. Mistake to avoid: don't just glance up and back down. That's not enough. Give your vision time to reset, not just react. If this speaks to your story, tell us in the comments below. Seniors around the world are listening. Number 7. The forgotten superfood that feeds your retina: wild-caught salmon. When it comes to eyesight, most people think of carrots. But if carrots are the foot soldiers, wild-caught salmon is the general. Your retina, the paper-thin layer at the back of your eye that captures light, is made up of specialized cells called photoreceptors. These cells rely on one thing more than anything else to stay alive: clear and responsive DHA, a type of omega-3 fat. In fact, the retina is the most DHA-dense tissue in your entire body. Up to 60% of its fat content is DHA. But here's the problem: your body can't make DHA on its own. You either eat it or you lose it. And the best food source on earth for DHA: wild-caught salmon. Not farmed, not processed, wild. A landmark study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that seniors who consumed omega-3 rich diets had a 38% lower risk of age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of blindness. And it's not just about prevention. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation in ocular tissues, improve tear production to prevent dry eyes, and even support blood vessel integrity inside the eye. How to use it: aim for 2-3 servings of wild-caught fatty fish per week, salmon, sardines, or mackerel. If fresh fish isn't accessible, use high-quality fish oil or cod liver oil supplements. Always check with your doctor. Add herbs like dill, lemon, or garlic to enhance not just flavor, but anti-inflammatory power. Mistakes to avoid: avoid farm-raised salmon. It contains far less DHA and often has high levels of inflammatory omega-6 fats. Don't rely on flaxseed alone. It contains ALA, not DHA, and the body's conversion rate is poor in seniors. You don't just eat for energy, you eat to see. Every forkful of salmon is like a maintenance check for your eyesight. Verse 6. The daily movement that strengthens eye muscles. Eye tracking exercises. We stretch our backs when they ache. We walk to keep our legs strong. But when was the last time you exercised your eye muscles? That's right. Your eyes have 6 tiny muscles that control movement and focus. And just like any other muscle, if you don't use them, you lose them. Here's what no one told you. Blurry vision isn't always about the shape of your eye. Sometimes it's about weakened oculomotor muscles, the ones that coordinate how your eyes move and track. These muscles are deeply connected to your brainstem, which controls balance, coordination, and even posture. When they weaken, it's not just your sight that suffers. It's your focus, your reading ability, even your ability to walk steadily. But science has a solution. A study in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience showed that seniors who practiced eye movement training had measurable improvements in visual acuity, balance, and even cognitive performance. Why? Because eye movement activates some of the most brain-intensive pathways in your nervous system, more than your legs or arms. Think of it like lifting weights, for your vision and memory at the same time. Try this simple daily routine. Sit in a chair with your head still. Hold your thumb at arm's length and slowly move it side to side. Without turning your head, follow your thumb with your eyes only. Do 10 slow passes left to right, then up and down, and even diagonals. Finish with 5 gentle circular motions, clockwise and counterclockwise. Do this for just 2-3 minutes daily. It's short but powerful. Mistake to avoid: don't rush the movement. Speed kills the effect. The slower you go, the harder your brain works, and the stronger your eye muscles get. You may not feel a burn, but your brain does. And the more connected your eyes are to your brain, the more clearly you'll begin to see, not just objects, but the possibility of healing itself. 5. The vision. Vitamin most seniors are missing. Vitamin A, but not the one you think. You've heard the phrase, eat your carrots, they're good for your eyes. But here's the twist: carrots alone aren't enough. Most people associate vitamin A with carrots, which contain beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. Your body must convert it to the active form called retinol, the version your eyes actually use. But after age 55, that conversion process slows dramatically. And here's the kicker: without enough retinol, the cornea, the transparent front of your eye, begins to dry out and degrade. The retina becomes vulnerable, and your ability to see in low light, gone. In severe cases, vitamin A deficiency can cause night blindness, a condition that creeps in slowly, like driving into a tunnel without headlights. But there's good news. You can give your eyes what they need directly, no conversion required. The best source is of preformed vitamin A beef liver. Just 1 small serving contains over 600% of your daily needs. Cod liver oil, rich in both retinol and anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Egg yolks, a gentler source ideal for daily inclusion. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who had higher levels of retinol in their diet experienced less retinal thinning and improved low-light vision even as they aged. How to use it: add 1-2 servings of these foods per week. Liver once a week is enough. Cod liver oil. 1 TSP daily can work wonders with your doctors. Okay. Pair with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado to boost absorption. Mistake to avoid: don't overdose on synthetic vitamin A. Supplements, they can be toxic in high amounts. Whole food sources are safer and more effective. Your eyes don't need hype, they need fuel. And real vitamin A is like putting premium oil in an aging engine. The result: a smoother, sharper view of the world, even at night. Number 4, the healing light. You've been avoiding natural sunlight. For years, you've been told to protect your eyes from the sun. And yes, excessive exposure without protection can be harmful. But here's the part. They left out your eyes desperately need sunlight in the right dose. Here's why. Behind your eyes in the retina lies a complex system of cells that don't just capture images they respond to, light itself to regulate your internal clock hormone production and even vision clarity. One of the most fascinating discoveries in recent years comes from the journal Photochemistry and Photobiology. Researchers found that natural sunlight exposure, particularly in the early morning, helps regulate dopamine in the retina, a chemical that controls eye growth and focus accuracy. Seniors who spend time outside in natural light have lower rates of nearsightedness progression and better overall visual sharpness. In simple terms, your eyes were designed for daylight. Without it, they lose their rhythm and their power. But there's more. Safe sunlight exposure increases vitamin D, which reduces inflammation and supports blood flow to the optic nerve. And light stimulates the production of melatonin at night, improving sleep, which in turn supports eye recovery during rest. How to use it. Spend 15-30 minutes outdoors each morning, ideally between 7 to 10 a.m. Skip the sunglasses for the first 10 minutes unless it's harsh midday light. Look at nature, trees, distant hills, moving clouds, and let your eyes move freely. Mistake to avoid: don't stare at the sun, ever, and avoid high UV exposure at noon without protection. Window light doesn't count. Glass filters out many beneficial light frequencies. This isn't just light, it's medicine from the sky, ancient, free, and powerful. For seniors who've spent years indoors, this simple act can reawaken your eyes to their natural rhythm and to clarity. Number 3, the one mineral that activates your night vision: zinc. When you walk into a dimly lit room and feel your eyes struggle to adjust, that's not just age. That might be a zinc deficiency. Zinc is the gatekeeper mineral for your eyes. It doesn't just help your immune system or skin, it's essential for activating vitamin A in the retina. Without zinc, even if you eat the best diet, vitamin A stays locked away, useless to your eyes. The Archives of Ophthalmology published a groundbreaking study showing that seniors with adequate zinc intake had a 25% lower risk of advanced age-related macular degeneration, AMD, one of the most common causes of blindness in people over 60. And the key: zinc concentrates in the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. It's like the high-resolution center of your sight. Without enough zinc, it begins to degrade, and so does your ability to read, recognize faces, or drive at night. But here's what most don't know. The body's ability to absorb zinc declines with age, especially in those with digestive issues or chronic inflammation, which many seniors face silently. Best food sources of zinc: pumpkin seeds, easy to sprinkle on oatmeal or yogurt. Lamb and beef, especially liver, rich in both zinc and vitamin A. Chickpeas and cashews, great plant-based options for variety. How to use it. Add zinc-rich foods into your weekly routine. Aim for at least 2 to 3 servings per week. If supplementing, choose zinc picolinate or zinc citrate, which absorb better than cheap zinc oxide. Mistake to avoid. Don't overdo it with high-dose zinc supplements. More isn't better. Too much can block copper absorption and weaken immunity. This tiny mineral is like the spark plug that helps your eye engine fire correctly. And once zinc levels are restored, many seniors report better low-light vision, less eye fatigue, and even sharper detail recognition. You don't need to see less with age, you just need to see deeper into what your body truly needs. 2. The silent vision. Killer in your diet: high blood sugar. Your eyesight doesn't just fade. Sometimes it rots from the inside. This might sound harsh, but it's true. One of the most devastating causes of vision loss in seniors is not aging. It's unstable blood sugar. You don't need to be diabetic to be at risk. Even mild insulin resistance, which affects nearly half of adults over 60, can silently damage the tiny blood vessels that feed your retina, a condition known as diabetic retinopathy. Here's what's happening. Every time your blood sugar spikes from sugary snacks, processed carbs, or heavy meals, it creates a storm of inflammation and oxidative stress in your bloodstream. The fragile capillaries in your eyes, thinner than a strand of hair, begin to rupture, leak, and starve the retina of oxygen. Over time, your vision fades from the inside out. According to a report from the National Eye Institute, over 95% of vision loss caused by diabetic retinopathy could be delayed or prevented with better blood sugar control. But this isn't just about cutting sugar, it's about restoring balance. How to take control. Start your meals with protein and fiber, they slow sugar absorption. Eat leafy greens, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish to stabilize blood sugar naturally. Walk 10-15 minutes after meals. Even a short stroll can reduce post-meal sugar spikes by 30%. Mistake to avoid. Don't chase your sugar with fruit juice or sweet coffee just because it's natural. These still spike insulin and stress the eyes. And here's the hopeful truth. When you lower your blood sugar, you do more than prevent damage. You allow the eyes to heal, capillaries to repair, and clarity to slowly return. If you've ever felt like your vision was slipping through your fingers, maybe it's time to stop blaming age and start questioning what's really on your plate. Number 1, the missing link between relaxation and vision. Activate your parasympathetic system. It's the part no one talks about, but it may be the most powerful key to restoring your eyesight. Your eyes aren't just mechanical lenses. They're deeply connected to your nervous system, especially the parasympathetic branch, often called the rest and repair system. And here's the part that will shock you. When you're stressed, your eyes literally stop focusing correctly. Why? Because stress activates your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. It pulls blood away from your eyes, stiffens your muscles, dilates your pupils unnaturally, and reduces your ability to adjust focus. This isn't theory, it's biology. Studies in neuroscience, letters in clinical ophthalmology show that seniors with high cortisol levels, the stress hormone, often suffer from blurred vision, inability to adapt to light changes, and chronic dry eyes. On the other hand, activating your parasympathetic system can restore fluid balance, improve blood flow, and retrain the focusing muscles of your eye, especially the ciliary and intraocular muscles that control lens shape. In simple terms, when you relax deeply, your eyes begin to heal. Here's how to trigger the parasympathetic response and do it daily. Palming. Rub your hands together for 20 seconds. Place your warm palms over your closed eyes, don't press. Breathe slowly. Let your eyes bathe in darkness for 1 to 2 minutes. This boosts circulation and calms the optic nerve. Deep nasal breathing. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, out for 6. Do 3 rounds. It slows your heart rate and reduces tension in the tiny eye muscles. Gentle blinking. Close your eyes for 2 seconds, squeeze lightly, then open. Do this 10 times every hour to refresh tear fluid and keep the cornea healthy. Mistake to avoid skipping rest. Many seniors feel guilty for doing nothing, but this kind of nothing is everything. Your nervous system needs stillness to repair vision from the inside out. You can eat the right foods, do the right exercises, but if you don't calm your nervous system, your vision will always be under siege. So, today, right now, give your eyes what they truly crave: stillness, warmth, breath, and the quiet whisper of a nervous system that says, "You're safe, you can see." The truth about glasses. What if they're part of the problem? Let's take a deep breath, because this part might challenge what you've believed for decades. You were told you need glasses, that aging eyes can't be trusted, that once your vision starts declining, the only path forward is a stronger prescription, and then an even stronger one. But what if glasses aren't just a crutch, they're also a trap? It sounds radical, even reckless, but many eye care professionals are starting to whisper what alternative doctors have said for years. Glasses don't fix your eyes. They compensate for weakness while silently letting that weakness grow. Let's explain. When you wear glasses, your eyes stop needing to work as hard. The tiny muscles that shift, focus the ciliary and extraocular muscles don't get exercised. They get lazy. The brain stops coordinating with them as efficiently. Over time, they atrophy just like your legs would if you stayed in bed too long. A famous study published in the American Journal of Optometry decades ago and quietly buried showed that individuals who wore full-strength corrective lenses consistently experienced faster vision decline than those with lighter prescriptions or none at all. This doesn't mean you should throw your glasses away, but it does mean we need to rethink how we use them. Here's the twist. Your eyes are not broken, they're out of practice. And just like a sprained ankle can heal when supported, but gently challenged, Your vision can regain strength if you stop shielding it completely and start training it. This is why methods like active focusing switching between near and far objects, reduced prescription glasses for indoor tasks, natural vision therapy, and eye yoga are gaining popularity not as miracles but as muscle re-education. The more your eyes engage, the more they learn. Let's be clear, there are cases where glasses are life-changing and absolutely necessary, such as severe myopia, post-surgical recovery, or inherited conditions. But for most seniors, with mild to moderate age-related vision loss, the answer may not be a stronger lens. It might be stronger habits. One 68-year-old woman shared this. I was told my prescription would increase for life, but after 3 months of daily exercises, morning sunlight, and better nutrition, my optometrist said something he never expected. Your eyes actually improved. So, here's the question. Are you giving up on your vision, or just handing it over to a piece of glass? Your eyesight isn't just fading. It's waiting to be used, trained, awakened. And maybe it's been trying to tell you that all along. Let's end with a simple truth. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. Your eyes may be tired. They may have struggled for years to adjust to read, to see your loved ones clearly. But inside those eyes, behind every blurred letter and dimly lit room, there's life and potential, still burning. Your body wants to heal. It just needs the right tools. A little sunlight, a little stillness, a few nutrients, and a return to movement even in your eyes. If you're over 60 and you've ever been told this is just aging, look in the mirror tonight and say back, not for me, not yet. Start slow, blink with purpose, breathe, feel the light again. Your next chapter of vision doesn't have to be dim. If you believe healing has no age limit, subscribe. If your eyes have ever seen beauty, share this video with someone you love. And if this spoke to your story, tell us in the comments. Seniors around the world are listening. Let's see again, stronger, sharper, together.